it's Zoe here again. Welcome back to Trefoil TV. So this week is Fun and Games Week, and I'm here to talk to you today about some creative ways to play games and have fun with your friends while we're at home. So I know we've been home for a lot of weeks now. I can hardly keep count anymore. And I know that it's been really weird. We haven't gotten to see our friends. I know I'm really missing seeing my friends in person and being able to do the things that I usually do with them. And I know that it's been really hard for my kids too, because they're definitely starting to miss their friends. Or not starting, they're definitely deep into missing their friends. So they're ready to play. They just want to play with their friends. They want things to be back to normal. But we're just not there yet. So in the meantime, we really have to get creative and find things that we can do to help us feel normal and spend time with our friends even though we're apart. So we're going to explore some of the ways that we've been doing that in our house. Now, I have 4 kids, so they've been playing a lot of games together, and it's been a long time though. They're pretty sick of each other. So it was time to branch out and find ways to play those games with our friends, outside of our family. So you might be home with 20 people all staying home together. It might be just you and mom and dad, and we all have different households. So we're going to get creative and find some ways that doesn't matter, and we can play games with the people outside of our house, without having to be physically together. So some of the things that we've had really big success with, Liam, my 8-year-old, he was really missing playing with his friends, and he just had no interest in doing FaceTime or Zoom and just talking to them because he's really not much of a talker. So I asked him, well, what do you like to do with your friends? What kind of stuff would you normally do? Well, they would normally play Legos. And I said, all right, well, that's something that we can do even though we're not together. So we made arrangements with one of his friends, and we set up the Zoom, and they put the iPads on their bedroom floors, and they spread out their Legos. And next thing you know, 2 hours have gone by, and they were challenging each other to build a boat or the biggest tower or whatever. All the things that they would normally do when playing together, they were able to do. They were just on opposite sides of the screen. But it really didn't end up feeling that way. I could hear them upstairs giggling and talking and doing all of the things that they would normally do while they were apart. So then we started really thinking about, all right, what kind of games could we play where you can be on opposite sides of the screen and still have fun? So we came up with games like Guess Who or Battleship, where you have the 2 different parts where you're playing, and it's okay to be separated. My oldest daughter, Sophie, was inspired by Jupiter's bracelet video, and she and her friends have been working on friendship bracelets, and then they mail them to each other. So they can make their bracelets kind of while they're chit-chatting and they're hanging out, and it feels a lot more like when you're hanging out naturally. So I know it's hard when you're on the other end of a screen, because sometimes it might just feel awkward to sort of just sit and talk to each other. So by bringing games into it, it has really helped to make it more fun, and just it feels more natural. It's the things that we're used to doing. So I think that's what's really important to ask yourself is, all right, what would I normally do with my friends? And can I figure out a way to do that while we're apart? And to really try to incorporate some of those things, because it makes us feel more normal, and it makes us feel like we're just doing our usual thing and hanging out. My 2 youngest have been playing games with their grandma and grandpa over Zoom. That's been really fun. So we're just finding lots of different ways to play with lots of different people who don't live with us, and we're doing it, with our technology, which has been great. So I challenge all of you to think of some of the creative things that you've been doing with your friends and to share them in the comments, because I guarantee if it's something you're doing, there's another girl out there who would love to have that idea, but maybe just hasn't thought of it yet. So if you put those things in the comments, then we can all share our ideas, and maybe someone will read your comment and think, oh my gosh, I want to do that with my friends. That's such a great idea. And before you know it, we all have new ways to be with our friends while we're apart. Maybe you want to bake with your friends and set up the iPad in the kitchen. There's just so many different options, but we just can't think of them all on our own. So that's why if we share our ideas in the comments, I'm so excited to hear what you all have been doing to keep in touch with your friends and to keep playing and spending time together. So in these next couple of clips, these are my kids playing and their friends, and they wanted to share some of their ideas So hopefully they can inspire you to have a new idea to hang out with your friends. And then you can share your ideas with us and with each other. And we have a lot of girls that watch these videos. So if we all share our ideas, we'll have lots of new ways to hang out with our friends. So thanks for joining us, and enjoy these little interviews with my family and their friends. Hey Liam, what are you guys doing?
Playing.
What are you playing?
Legos.
Right, can you show me what you're working on? Okay, so
it's a Lego boat.
You're making a boat, Jack? What are you making?
Well, I'm going to start a park. So I have a Lego challenge. And today it's to build if you get hired and you get to build a Lego park.
Cool. Are you guys enjoying doing Legos like this?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Do you want to tell us your names and your ages?
Sure. I'm Sophie. I'm 11 years old.
I'm Elena, and I'm 11 years old as well.
Now, how long have you girls known each other?
That's a tough question. I don't actually know.
What does that mean? I mean, we started writing letters at the end of first grade, but we met this summer between like third and fourth grade, I think.
All right, so you guys met in kind of an unusual way, and you've actually been long distance friends for a long time, as opposed to the friends that you have at school. So tell me a little bit, tell us how your friendship started and how you guys started being in touch with each other.
Well, our moms knew each other, so they paired us up as pen pals.
Mm-hmm.
And for a couple years, we just wrote back and forth to each other, and then we actually met face to face at camp.
Awesome. And then you guys became camp friends, right?
Yeah.
So how often do you guys see each other in person?
Like once a year, but we see each other's faces a lot because we do stuff like FaceTime
and email.
So you guys started off writing letters that you had to mail to each other. Then as you got a little bit older, it progressed to emails, and now you get to do things like FaceTime and Zoom. So you guys are kind of used to this whole distance friendship thing, whereas for a lot of your friends at school, it's pretty new. Do you think it's different being used to talking to each other this way? Is it any easier or harder than talking to your school friends like this?
I think it's kind of easier, honestly, because my school friends, I don't think are used to talking over FaceTime or stuff like that. They're used to talking to people face to face, like they're used to talking to me face to face. And for us, it's kind of easier to talk like that because we normally talk like it and don't normally talk person to person except at camp.
All right, so for the friends that this is new for, do you have any advice for them on ways to make it easier? What are some things that you girls do to stay close even though you're far away from each other?
We email.
Like, what are some of the things you do when you FaceTime? Do you just talk to each other, or do you
Sometimes we talk about our book club.
So you read the same book together?
Sometimes we talk about,
That's pretty fun. So you read the same book and have a book club. What are some other things that you guys do over FaceTime?
We will during this time, my neighborhood's been doing rainbows, and so I've showed her the rainbows, and we've showed each other stuff.
Take a tour of each other's homes?
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty funny because you two have never actually been to each other's houses because you always see each other at camp.
Yeah.
Do you ever play games together?
Kind of.
Are you starting a little bit? I know Sophie was going through the list of games that we have that can be played long distance. And Sophie, you were talking about mailing each other some things. What are some of the things that you've done together that you can mail to each other?
We could mail friendship bracelets.
We can mail
Awesome.
drawings.
So what's your best advice for people who are trying to get used to being friends over a long distance?
That don't like act like it's a different sort of friendship, because it's the same friendship, just you're not talking to them face to face. You're talking to them over FaceTime or over text or over email. So just don't make it super weird because you're talking over FaceTime. Just talk normally and it'll just move on like a normal friendship.
Awesome. Sophie, did you want to add anything to that?
No.
All right, well, that was some good advice. Thank you guys for joining me, and you can watch when this is on Trefoil TV. I will get out of your conversation so that you guys can chit-chat with each other now, but thank you for helping me with this.
You're welcome.
Hey, Liam, what are you doing?
Playing Battleship.
With who? We're not allowed to see any friends right now.
We're zooming.
You're Zooming to play Battleship?
Yes.
Awesome. So does your friend also have a Battleship game?
No.
He doesn't. How did he get one?
He's borrowing one of my boards.
Oh, so he's a friend that lives nearby, and you dropped off half your game so that he could play it with you over Zoom. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Awesome. So now you have your board here,
And he has.
and he's over here on Zoom, and you guys are playing together?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I better be careful. I don't want to accidentally give away the location of your boats. Is it fun to play like that?
Yes.
Recording. So, Elena, you get to go first.
Okay. So, what is my card?
Name 3 things that you can buy at Sears.
I don't even know what Sears is. I'm gonna guess jeans, shirts, and socks.
That's correct.
Okay, Sears is a clothing store. Now I know that.
Well, it's like an everything store.
Okay, that's kind of what
You
I
have 1 card. So now it's
Okay.
my turn.
Sophie, your card is, you wouldn't, I don't think you would know this.
What is it?
It's named 3 1980s singers. Don't think you would know that.
No.
So we're going to do yellow. Name 3 things you shouldn't do at a funeral. Go.
Hysterically wear bright colors
Nope. Sorry.
and sing upbeat songs.
You shouldn't do any of those things. That's just really disgraceful. Okay.
Name 3 Broadway shows.
Okay. And go. Hamilton, Wicked, Cats, I feel like is one. That was just super right. Oh. No,
Good. Apparently I'm scary today.
Go ahead.
Thank you for watching Trefoil TV. Can't wait to hear all of your ideas of new ways that we can play with our friends. Don't forget to put them in the comments. I hope that you got some new ideas of seeing us playing with our friends.
Goodbye, Girl Scouts.